Hello, right now I'm going to go over lesson 2, rates. There's a lot of questions. I'm going to go over a lot of them. Also, we'll have a lot that are similar. So, rate basically means per one, but these first few questions, it says, so this first question, it says 12 miles in 3 days. It just wants you to set that up as a fraction. So, it would be 12 miles in 3 days. And for these first two questions, it says do not simplify. So that's why it looks like this. And it also has, so it says 12 miles in 3 days. It says 12 miles on the question and then in 3 days. So the next one's exactly the same. So it would be 40 push-ups in 5 minutes. Okay. I know that looks really sloppy, but if you can hear me, that makes more sense. Then you'll have some questions where it does want you to reduce it or find the rate, because that means per one. So 12 miles in 2 days. So to find it per 1 day, you'd have to divide both parts by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6 miles in 1 day, or 6 miles per day. Okay. Now, there's another question, and it's written not as a fraction. It's just like this, and it wants you to find the rate. So 24 roses in 4 vases. Per one, that means you're going to divide by 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6 roses. I can't write it all, but 6 roses in 1 vase. Okay? It's division. It means per one. Like when you see a speed limit sign that says 55 miles per hour. That means you're going 55 miles in 1 hour, even though most people drive a little bit faster than that. Okay, so then we have some questions like this. So the question's actually longer than this, but it says there's a can of paint and it has 54 parts of red and 15 parts of blue. It just wants you to set it up. This is actually 2 questions. It wants you to set it up as a ratio like this and then a ratio like a fraction. So you just need to make sure that you have 54 parts of red, and then 15 parts of blue. And it could be the opposite way, but you just need to make sure that the blue is with the correct number and the red is with the correct number. And then same thing here. So 54 parts of red to 15 parts of blue. Okay? I know it looks really sloppy, but that's why I'm talking to you too. All right, and then there are some questions like this. This is where it gets a little bit trickier. But I really like to do math like this. So 10 tests in 5 weeks. So how many tests would you have in 9 weeks? So first thing that we have to do is how many tests in 1 week, because that would be the rate per one. So that means we have to divide both parts by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So it would be 2 tests per 1 week or per week. So now that we know the rate, 2 tests in 1 week, we can get 1 to 9, right? How do we get 1 to 9? We're going to multiply it by 9, right? Whatever we do to one side, like we did with our fractions before, we have to do to the other. So times 9. So we know 1 times 9 is 9 weeks. 2 times 9 is what? 9, 18. So 18 tests in 9 weeks. Okay? All right, that's all I've got for you for this lesson. I went over a lot of the questions, not all of them. It means per one. It's a lot of division. But I went over a lot of those questions for you. Okay, if you got any questions, just message me on PLP.